Hi, Dr. David Phelps here from the Freedom Founders Mastermind community. One of the things that I have stayed far away from as much as I can in my life is what I call group think. Herd mentality, going along with everybody else's agenda, what they think, what they believe, what they say that you or I should do. I hate the word should, but there's people that will tell us all day long, everywhere, social media, in our communities, in our workplace, in our peer groups, our industries, this is the way it's done. If you're this, you have this title, you have this education, this is what you do, this is how you do it. I've never done it that way. In fact, this is what I write about in one of the chapters in my new book, co-authored with Mr. Dan Kennedy, Own Your Freedom, Sustainable Wealth for a Volatile World. I talk about the negative aspects of groupthink and the fact that when I was young, I enjoyed my youth. I had fun. I had friends, of course, but I was always doing something a little bit different. I was always the one that was out figuring out how to make money because my parents thankfully didn't give me money. So I had to figure out how to do it, selling greeting cards door to door, paper route, lawn jobs when I got other kids to bring their father's mowing machines, lawnmowers, and bring their gas and their oil, and I subcontracted. That's what I did when I was a kid. When I was later in college and working towards going to dental school, I read books on real estate and the stock market. Not too many of my peers were doing that. Most were reading their organic chemistry, physiology, and in other courses that we had to get through to get our passage into dentistry. Why was I doing that? Well, I've always been about how can I have my own independence, and I realized someday I'd be in a job position, a career position that should pay well, but I still want to be a good steward, learn how to be a good investor. So I read books on the stock market, real estate, and real estate to me won hands down. And I jumped in right away. I jumped in my first year in dental school and purchased the first real estate investment property with my dad bringing the financing. I was the manager. Perfect joint venture. We split about $50,000 in net capital gains profit at the end of that run about 4 years later. And that was a lot of money to me back in 1983. Yeah, $25,000 that I could parlay then into my next investments. And that's exactly what I did. Yes, I had help. I had mentors. I studied it. Always got good guidance. But today I can say learning the attributes of having assets that produce cash flow, revenue streams not dependent upon me is one of the keys to the first aspect of freedom, which is financial freedom where you don't have to go to work. So stay away from groupthink. People that say, well, you're this, you do it this way. This is where you invest your money. You have to put it with Wall Street. You have to put it with money managers. You have to do the 401k. If you do that, let me just say this, you're going to get groupthink results, average results. I don't think that's who you are, but you have to take enough risk to step outside what that quote norm is if you want to be abnormal in a good way. Remember, you've got to focus on your freedom. No one else is going to do it for you.